Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a review video, obviously, for you guys. I have had this palette since last year around the holiday season, but I never really got a chance to play with it, see how I like it. So I did do a tutorial using this palette, which is what I am wearing currently. If it isn't already up, I will link it once it is, but if it is already available, it shall be right here. Just clicky, clicky, clicky right there. And I also put it down in the description box for those that can't. Clicky, clicky, clicky up there. So I am here to tell you my thoughts on this, show you swatches, and whether I think that I would recommend this. So if you are wondering and want to know if this is gonna stay in my collection, just keep on watching. Okay, so this is the palette and what it looks like. Obviously, this I found at Ulta. This palette in particular is $38. I have not seen it anywhere else. I'm sure if Japonesque has its own website, which I'm not sure, they probably sell this, but as far as I know, only Ulta carries Japonesque. So they do have this in stock. This is a permanent palette in their collection, so I'm pretty sure you can still find it online. Now, these are baked eyeshadows. As you guys can see, these are your basics, and then you have your colorful eyeshadows. Now, the basic ones, you can kind of get away with it being matte in a way. When you pack these colors on, you can really see this. It's not even shimmer, it's a sheen to them. So they are more of a satin finish, but when you blend these in to your crease or your outer V, you really can't tell that it is a satin finish eyeshadow. So I do like them. I am currently wearing this one in my crease and it blended out really nicely where I can't see it being a satin finish. And I also have this one on my brow bone, which I can see a sheen because I packed it, but once I blended it out, it just looks like a nice reflection of a highlight on there. It's not too much like this section. Now this section obviously is your colorful section. You have a gray, a green, a beautiful blue green with like purple sparkle in it, your bronzy with gold sparkle, your purple with even more purple shimmer on top, and then this one which is like a blue purple with green, purple, and pink flexes in them, which is the one that I'm wearing all over my eyes. Now, these are obviously baked. So whenever you hear the word baked, it doesn't matter what type of product it is, you can use it wet or dry. Obviously, wet, it's going to look more intense with any eyeshadow, but a baked eyeshadow is even better when it is wet, when the consistency starts out being baked. So you can use these wet and dry, and the advantage to that is whenever you have a baked eyeshadow and you use it wet, you don't get that hard film on top of it like you would with a normal shadow because they are meant to be used wet. Now, using this, I'll tell you there is a lot of powder kick up, but you do get color payoff. With these colorful eyeshadows right here, I packed it on dry and I still saw the intensity. I really had to take my time and build it though. It wasn't like within one swipe. I would not recommend using these in a swiping motion. You need to pack these on your eyes if you're going to use them dry. There is so much fallout that you will get a bunch of glitter under here if you are not careful. Hence the reason why I prefer to use these wet. Wet, you can control the product a little bit better. You're intensifying the color 10 times better. And you don't, whenever I see a lot of people complain whenever they're like, oh, I don't feel like using something wet. It doesn't take that much to wet a brush. You grab your brush, dip it in here, spritz once, there you go. All done. You are skipping the mess that you're going to have to clean up under here, or you're going to have to do your foundation last in order to use these eyeshadows dry. Using them dry though did not take away from the pigmentation. You just had to build up the pigmentation. And if you do use these wet, you still see the glitter flexes in here because there is like very small glitter flexes to these right here. You still see it when it is dry, but it's more intensified wet. Like me looking at my eyeshadow right now, I could see the green, the pink, and the purple glitter all in there. It doesn't take it away. It is beautiful. If you love that metallic-y foiled type of eyeshadows, this is so beautiful. Whenever, and this is the thing, whenever I'll have an eyeshadow that has these type of duochrome, glittery, shifting kind of things, and you wet them, sometimes it doesn't really show off as it does in the pan. And so far, these do. I would not recommend this for somebody who doesn't like that glitter fallout, that doesn't like glitter, period, that doesn't like a shimmery eyelid. If you don't have the patience for this type of eyeshadow, don't buy this palette. You're just going to waste your money. You're going to love the color, but you're never going to wear it because you're going to feel like it's just too much work. To use these eyeshadows, you need to do your eyes first. I would recommend to use them wet over dry. Even though using them dry, you still get the same intensity, just takes you a little bit longer, and you do get so much more fallout. So with that said, this isn't for everyone, and I love it. I do because of the outcome of it. The outcome is just so beautiful that I'm willing to do it all. My very, very all-time favorite eyeshadow type that I love is pigment. So, and everyone complains about how messy they are, but that's the first type of eyeshadow I ever purchased on my own and ever really used. That to me, it's just second nature. So whenever I get eyeshadows like this, they don't really bother me as much. I don't want to say I'm not high maintenance, because you're not really high maintenance if you just like a typical eyeshadow, but I mold, I guess. I personally mold because I love the color and the outcome of an eyeshadow palette or eyeshadow single. So I don't mind. That's just me. So now I'm going to go ahead and swatch. First I'm going to swatch these four, and then we're going to go here and I'm going to show you these and how gorgeous they are. I will show you these more so wet and dry so you guys can see the difference of them and how beautiful they are. By the way, I did forget to mention that when you feel these, if you swatch them, these feel very soft and velvety. It just so happens that I have these on my desk or my vanity, but they don't feel like these. You know how the baked eyeshadows from e.l.f. kind of feel scratchy and bumpy and you feel like it's very rough? These don't feel like that at all. These are so smooth when you blend around, at least this side, because there are no glitter chunks or anything in them. But these feel super soft and comfortable on when you feel them. So here are the swatches of those four right there. You could, right there. Can you tell I've been hanging around kids a lot? So here's the matte brown. Well, it looks completely matte. The black can be built up, and then these two are the white ones. Now I will say that one is more of a, like this one down here, if you look at it in person, it has a little hint of more of a skin tone color, and then this one right here is more of your bright inner corner, bright brow bone highlight. This one has more of a shimmer sheen than this one does. So basically this one has more of a sheen than that one does. So there are those four right there. Here's the first one. This is dry and that is wet, but look at how amazing it looks both ways. You can obviously tell that the wet has more of a sheen metallic and this one's a little bit softer, but not by much. Look at that gorgeousness. Oh my goodness. This is what I love in a foiled, bright, glittery eyeshadow. Oh my goodness. So that's the first one. Here is the next one, and I should show you. The first one was right here. This is the next one right here. So here it is wet, here it is dry. This is a deeper, more gray, not so much of a silver platinum. This is a deeper gray color. And the first two that I swatched for you, so basically these two right here don't have any type of glitter or shimmery. It's straight, just like these, if it makes any sense. Like these don't have any sparkle or glitter to them. They're baked eyeshadows and they are amazing. Amazing. I want to do more looks with this already. So this is the gray one. Here is the bronzy. Bottom is dry, top is wet. Again, this one does not have really any glitter, no specs, no nothing. Those three right there, I feel like just are straight baked eyeshadows, and they are super soft. So these three right here don't have any shimmer or glitter, and then now you're gonna see these three that do have some sort of a shift. So that is that bronzy one, and that is amazing. Here is the first one, which is right there. Bottom is dry, top is wet. As you guys can see, that even though you use it dry, you still get the intensity, but you do get fallout. And if you look at this closely, this is a little bit more sheer than the top one. I don't know if you guys can tell. So that is that one. And this one has, it's kind of like red, green, gold. It's beautiful though. It's really, really pretty. All right, this is the one that I am wearing on my lid. Bottom is dry, top is wet. And this one has the pink, purple, and green glitter to it. Am I missing any other color? No, I think those are the colors that it has. And this is the last one. Bottom is dry, top is the wet swatch. And this one has like the pinky glitter into it. It's a purple pink. Alright guys, so there you have it. You have seen the swatches for yourselves. As you guys can see, there are no film on there. There's like no film whatsoever on these eyeshadows, and I have used them wet. They are beautiful. You do not get a mirror with this palette. That's another thing you have to keep in mind. It is a cardboard packaging, which is pretty good. It's pretty sturdy packaging. Japonesque is one of those companies that you rarely hear anybody talk about, but this eyeshadow palette is amazing. I really do like it. Again, if you do not want the hassle of wetting an eyeshadow, having a bunch of fallout if you're using it dry, and having to pull other transition colors from a different palette, this is not for you. This has glitter. So that's another thing. If you don't like glitter on your eyes, you're not going to like this eyeshadow palette. But if you do love that metallic, that sheen, that vibrancy, and you don't mind putting in a little bit of more time into your makeup that day, this is beautiful. I really do like it. I knew that as soon as I swatched it at Ulta, I needed to have this palette. It is beautiful. Yes, I do have to pull other eyeshadows to assist me in this palette, but I do not mind. How many palettes do I have to do that for? And I can care less. So this one is no exception. It's beautiful. The texture of these eyeshadows is not like the e.l.f. textures. It's so soft and creamy and velvety. It's a beautiful palette. I like it. It's $38. You can find it at Ulta, on the website, or in person. It is in the stores, and I'm pretty sure it's permanent because I still see it there, and it's been there for a month. I've just tried to avoid getting another eyeshadow palette, but you know I couldn't do it. Could not hesitate. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Leave me down in the comment section if you guys want to see another look with this palette. I'd be more than happy to. I think I may, just because it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you did like it. I will catch you guys in my next video, and don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye guys!